Several of you have asked, can an empath really beat a narcissist? Read on to find out the answer. It sounds like a fight, doesn't it? This is a lot like the old story of good versus evil. Put an empath, someone who is kind and understanding, on one side, and a narcissist, someone who is controlling and manipulative, on the other. Who's going to win? Don't believe me when I say this fight can feel like life or death. First, let's get one thing straight. Narcissists and empaths aren't just names that people use. At opposite ends of the empathy spectrum, one is full of it and the other is empty of it. There is a catch, though. If you don't watch out, a narcissist could use your empathy against you. As you show more empathy to the wrong people, you make yourself more open to being manipulated. To sum up, can an empath win? Without a doubt, but only if they learn to set limits and keep their heart safe from being hurt. Empathy is strong, but it needs to be kept in check. Narcissists aren't pulled than empaths like a scent in the air. They're more interested in taking advantage of the fact that they are emotionally open. How are you going to stand your ground? Stay tuned because we're going to talk about how empaths can win this fight today. Are you ready? Let's begin. Narcissists and other toxic people love it when you find out that you're very sensitive. As soon as they learn how kind you are, they will try to use that against you. They might share a heart-wrenching tale or drop their emotional load on you. They'll say things like, "I've been hurt so badly in the past. I've been taken advantage of for years. My upbringing was rough. My parents abused me. I didn't have anything growing up." They'll spin the most tragic story to manipulate you. In relationships and interactions, they'll use your empathy, your kindness, and even your sadness to take advantage of you. They will absolutely exploit those qualities. To counter a narcissist, you need to dial back your empathy. Not all of it, but you must be more discerning about where you direct it. I'm not saying you should become like them, but being overly empathetic feeds their need for control. Narcissists need your sympathy and approval to stay alive. They'll keep coming back for more because you're kind to them. In order to get away from a narcissist, you need to cut them off from whatever it is they're getting from you. Whether it's giving them money, mental support, a place to live, or even a car, you need to cut those ties. If you're still in an intimate relationship with them, especially if you're having regular physical encounters, it's going to be nearly impossible to heal or distance yourself. You can't properly detach while maintaining that level of closeness. And if you lack self-control in that area, it's going to be a losing battle. Trying to heal while staying physically connected with someone toxic just doesn't work. Sleeping with someone you're trying to move on from doesn't match with breaking free. It's like trying to detach while staying tied to them. You'll only stay stuck in that loop. You need to remove whatever source of energy or supply they're drawing from you. Identify what they're benefiting from, and then sever that link. You've got to cut it off completely. Stop right away. Don't think about it again. You need to take away whatever gain they're getting from you. One of the best ways to stop them is to do this. You're pulling away the things that hold them to you by taking away your understanding and support. That's usually the best way to finally get them to stop. Really, it's hard, and I know that a lot of people aren't sure because they care. Some of you may be saying, "But I love them." I get it, I really do. Believe me, I know how hard it is. This is very hard to do when you love and care for someone. This is because you're naturally kind, and it's hard to turn that off. If you really care about someone, even if they've hurt you, that makes sense. It makes sense to me. But the truth is that you need to start pulling back for your own health. Taking back your energy will help you heal and grow, and it should also make them leave you alone. Will they all stop right away, though? Not all the time. Some people will keep trying to get whatever they can from you. They'll try to get a hold of you again, looking for any weakness they can find. They will keep going because that's how they keep their power and control. This will keep happening until they stop using you, or, even better, until you cut them off for good. Going fully no contact is another good way to deal with narcissists. Cutting them off from all ways of talking and getting to things can drive them crazy. It really does. They will lose control of you when they can't get to you or use you in any other way. It's not just about ending talks. It's about getting your strength back. It's up to you to write your own story. These days, you're standing on business, which means you're being strong and taking back your power. It's easy to deal with. Remove yourself, cut off all touch, and pull away. That's the only real way to beat them. Break all ties. Don't interact. You shouldn't care about what they're doing, and you shouldn't reach out to them or react emotionally in any way. They love it when you respond or react because it makes them feel like they still have control over you. They think they still have some power over you, so any reaction makes them feel strong. This is how these relationships work. As long as you give them respect, they'll feel in charge. When you block entry, you get your strength back. It lets you get better and move on. Getting away from everything starts to help you grow. There was no touch or response, just complete withdrawal. That's how you keep yourself safe and get your power back. Showing a narcissist's real nature is another good way to get them to give up. People who are narcissists care a lot about how other people see them. Their public image is very important to them, and they love it when people think of them as good people. It makes them feel good about themselves when they trick people into thinking they are kind when they're not. They get strength from lying, and they feel great when they make everyone think they're a good person. But be careful. I'm not telling you to go out and tell everyone their secrets right away. Pay close attention. Telling the truth about a narcissist could cause a huge reaction, and if they think their image is at risk, they might fight back. Narcissists care a lot about how others see them, so when it gets broken, it can send them out of control. Putting someone in this situation can cause them to have an emotional or selfish breakdown, whether you ignore them, cut off all contact, or talk about their behavior. When their carefully constructed identity falls apart, they often lose control, which could be dangerous if they think their ego is badly hurt. They may think, "What do I have left to lose?" when they feel like they've been found out. This is where you should be careful. Putting their real self out there can push them over the edge, especially if the image they worked so hard to build starts to fall apart. Maybe not everyone finds out, but if they are well known in the community, for example, a preacher with a large following, the head of a fire department, a police officer, or someone else with a strong reputation, telling the truth about them can send them into a downward spiral. As they see that their mask is being taken off, they may lose touch with reality. Making their behavior public is definitely a way to weaken them. One of the best ways to get past an ego, though, is to keep going and do well. Keep them blocked. You don't need to open them. Try to live your best life. That is the most powerful move ever. Do the things they told you couldn't. Talk to the people they tried to keep you from, and go to the events they told you not to. This is how you take back charge of your life. These steps are the first steps to getting your power back. See, it gives you strength and helps you get your peace back. You will become a better person on this trip. You'll learn that's the best way to beat someone like that as you heal and level up. To sum up, can an empath beat a narcissist? Of course, I'm sure you can do it. I have complete faith in you. Thanks for following me all the way through this movie. You're welcome. Thank you very much. Do not forget to subscribe to the station if you have not already done so. It helps us reach more people. Thanks again, and see you next time. Peace.